Hey, what's going on? It is April Fools, where they say we are, where the apps actually came to be real life kids. Girls, boys, others, know your own gender, please. We're going to do a fun reading here. I am at the Pirate Kanta house with my little girl that's saying, hello, we're going to answer questions today about those relationships that needed a view from the Delphi. And you see, we've got a little bit of a Stonehenge thing going on here at the backyard of A to Z, where the whiz kids said, Oz, our way. Dessert us, please. We love dessert. So I'm going to be doing a reading, and I'm just, bless you, baby, going to say her and him. But you know your own gender and your own spin. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and you're going to know whether or not your characters match in these narratives. They might not. I could be reading for a lot of people. It might not be you. In fact, if it is, most likely you'll find it in your moon or rising sign, because I'm a moon guy. So dead guy came back to life calling Apocalypso, and usually it's the moon reading or the rising sign that shows up for a lot of people. So you might want to have a look-see at those. We're going to pull 7 cards with sneaky little Rider-Waite-Smiths that are already showing us, hey, there's the theme for the reading today. What is this sneaky shit all about? I'm going to pull this card out of the deck. We're just going to see, what is it that was so elusive in these relationships with maybe one that got away or tried to get away with something like the Bitcoin lies of Inception that I'm calling all about. We're nuts for crackers over here, because it's time to know about the 2 silver that were left and the 7 that never got traded for the magical dress. And 7 cards for that. What's on their mind? What's on your mind? What are they feeling? What are you feeling? What are they doing? What are you doing? And what's the common thing in the middle? And then we might pull a little more insight from some romance angels that tried to find their virtue in a box of cards with a Y that never ends for friends. And we might take a look with another lens, because I've got the chatty sibillas that give us an insight about what the advice might be on the common factors. More to come inside your reading, friends. You're beautiful, and here's where it all ends, with hopefully a new lens. Catch you on the inside. Hey, what's up, Taurus? I'm back to Deers. I didn't get to Earth Tribes or Air Tribes yesterday while I was in Tucson at the other house. I'm back at the collective where we're doing renovations, and I'm doing the reading with this here on my head for a reason. My guides put that there. We're doing these based around the 7 of Swords energy, that sneaky stuff that's been eluding a lot of us, that I'm hearing might have had to do with some relationship BS and who got cut and why. A lot of really intense messages coming up about things that were falsified and stuff that my guides and your guides will talk to me about very openly. So there might be a lot of messages coming through here. The animal and plant life has been crazy, and I'm hearing this ash really needs to be here because of what somebody might have tried to do to you. I hear it very overtly. Like, I stopped, I turned my camera off. I had already started it and turned it off, and I was working with some ash, some things that I'm lighting here, and my guides are like, here, put this here, because we're protecting our third eye. And the things that somebody might have done that literally set you on fire. I was literally going through some of this just a little while ago, and I'm going to make a video for some of you if you're interested in this. If you've ever had a narcissist in your life that will like gaslight you and come like this just to provoke, right? And I call those gas holes. And so I'm actually going to make a video about that. What we're doing right now is actually we're just going to take a look at what kinds of energy have been in this relationship that have been obfuscated for, I'm going to say her and him, or you and them, but that's just for the sake of being able to read this. Please know your own genders if you have them, and whether or not these are your stories at all. This might not be your narrative, and that's okay if it isn't. You might want to check your moon and your rising, because sometimes those are more accurate for people, but that's the devil that showed up in reverse. And I'm hearing maybe that's the one who gets the real curse here and gets told off, and why this was here first. And I hear somebody was told that they have mitral valve prolapse and they don't need to be stressed out the way that they have been. And I'm very upset. I'm feeling very protective over you right now, whoever you are. So it's a very protective energy coming through here. And I will just say that I'm somebody who thinks that nobody deserves to be gaslit. And that if you have somebody in your life, or had somebody that kind of makes something up to have you talk to them about that isn't even like relevant for a certain reason or another, that might be a gas hole in your life, which is a free energy hack as far as I'm concerned, and why I'm like the Bitcoin guy here talking to you about these readings and proving what Satoshi Nakamoto never was. So you're looking for a gas hole, you found it, and go ahead and chase it, and the non, and the never that never happens, because here we're safe and protected. And so let's see, this could also have to do with somebody who's just leaning very Capricorn in some kind of way. This is a very Capricorn card, the Devil card, and in its best implications, you're going to see this one upside down, most likely, especially around the liar, cheater, thief that might have just been coming in saying, look what I have, and here's what I want, but not really saying it. And so I call this guy he, she, they, other. I'll call them sneaky tippy toes. And so sneaky tippy toes had it in their mind that something was going to happen here, and maybe didn't realize how other people were witnessing and the camp all around. But let's see what the cards actually say. On her mind, we've got, I heard please protect me. This is the World card. And this is actually the end of everything. Yes.
I need you to come talk to me.
Okay. This is the end of everything else. This right here. This is a card of somebody that is guarded and protected, and that has a lot of things going on around them. And so I'm hearing that they have had to sever certain ties, and some of it is just simply because of how they've been protected. It's like there's no way in. And I'm hearing in other cases, it's really just about everything that you have put into whatever this foundation is needing to go a certain way in your mind for it to actually have manifested the way that you have created it. If you hadn't have had it in your mind and been able to pull your energy in like this, there's no way it would have come together, is the thing. And so I'm hearing for somebody, they need to know that if it felt like somebody was going after your head, it was less than human. It's like, you know, I'm hearing for whoever this is, it's like you've learned more about your humanity. And I know different Taurian people in my life who say this, actually, like I'm going to go talk to here in a minute, about animals that have taught us more than, you know, people have about being kind. And so I'm hearing that that's like a really big emphasis for some people right now that need to know that this area has been protected. And it's like, you know, we see somebody here naked, literally like naked in the center of this world. And I'm hearing it's like just needing to know that they're not being looked at in some way that they don't want to be looked at for being open. And that's a challenge for a lot of people, especially in a world where we have a lot of toxic displays of people demonstrating themselves on others, like, here's what I'm going to take, or, you know, just showing up in a way that is assuming a little bit too much, like, here's what you need to know, little lady, you know, that kind of stuff. So we'll call that, chalk that one up to mansplaining. I'm hearing a lot about that for this person. On his mind, this is somebody I'm hearing, I heard, I got the world by the ball, whatever. Somebody's holding on to their money and they're upside down over here. And This is the Four of Pentacles. This might be somebody that's got Earth element in their chart too, but he's upside down. They're upside down and they're holding this coin, and it's like, I'm seeing somebody that's literally turning something around here. And in one situation, they're helping somebody take something off of their head that was, it's like something was twisted around their head that didn't need to be there. And it literally looks like they're turning a crank, like a gear crank. And in the other one, I just see him like taking somebody for a spin. It's like, there you go. And like, there you go. And like just waiting for somebody to have a moment where they can get their hand and just spin them some more. And so, wow. And it looks like they have friends too, because there's like 4 of them that I'm counting here. And there's like one that's in the middle and they're like doing this. So it's kind of weird if you look at these together, you know, you see the 4 and the guy is spinning and the woman in the middle with the hands full. Okay. And, you know, all sneaky tippy toes over here. Like, Let's see what's going on in her emotions. Chariot, upside down. And I'm hearing July's too far. July, not July. Wow, okay, somebody's got an aversion to July. But this is kind of a Cancerian card here, the Chariot. This card is something that could happen in the month of July. It's also a 7. Seeing 2 7s together here, it's kind of divine timing. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, I feel like he just wanted to turn my world, and it became really black and white, but it was confusing. And it's like something that was happening underneath, is what they said. It was like taking a stab. It's like, what can I get away with over here? You know? And for another person, it's just like, my tires. I heard something about my tires, or they're showing somebody here having a hard time with the crankshaft, or like the gear, the ignition in the car here. And I'm hearing it's like emotionally just like, oh my God, it's too much boom stuff going on top of it. And so, yeah, that's coming up there too. And then there's these 2 cats here. And so, I don't know, I'm hearing about somebody's cat. So that might also be an issue, but there's a box. So cat, box. Smell, house, clean. And also, what some people might say was happening in the ancient thrones, where the pyramids were coming up and triangulating ascent through a home. They're just showing me 4 corners around here, and how ascension might mean something to somebody in a purple twist is what they're showing me. So I'm seeing like somebody's intention work, like what you might do for spirit work. His motions, topsy-turvy. I hear it's like, I see somebody pushing buttons, and it's like, this is what I do for work. And for one person, it's like, they're kind of like balancing things and evaluating them. For somebody else, I'm just like, I see them like superimposing something that's like, what can I lay here and twist that way? And so it's kind of a weird manipulative energy that I'm seeing with that one. And it's literally like, they're showing it to me like this person's doing a special dance while they're sitting there with their feet. And it's actually in their hands here in this other way. And what they don't want you to see that they're doing here. And I'm hearing they get away with it. They've been doing it all over the country, all over. They're just showing me like all these different cities. I see this guy putting things in bags and like going like this. And it's like putting on different hats. And there's some trips involved, and it's like, where do these trips happen? And I'm hearing a lot of it's just weird creative photo work, and they're showing me somebody changing their voice, how they're doing things. It's like, I'm seeing some weird psyop stuff, but I was working with this stuff back in Denver, so some of those things might come through in my readings. Let's see what's going on her side with what's being done. 2 of Swords upside down. I heard cutting ties and learning where cheats end. And also just knowing when to step up and say something, because I'm hearing this is also somebody that's been in meditation about what to do, and like really meditating on their hair. It's what they're telling me. I keep hearing about people who want to change their hair. You know, it's that time of year, I guess. I need a haircut too. But somebody taking a moment here with what they're seeing. I'm just going to put these here so you can see them. I should add it like that. Sorry. Their world needing some change because something got flipped upside down, perhaps. And these right here, knowing when to cut with whatever's in her hands. And this might be communication too, because that's air. And I'm hearing also maybe thinking about somebody that has a lot of air in their chart. So, what he's doing. Well, Ace of Cups in reverse, and I'm hearing, it's just what I can do, you know? It's like what I can do. My hand's on it, it's here, and I just reach. Thank you. And for somebody else, I'm hearing this is just like, hi, I'm having a money situation. I'm juggling. I'm looking for money and trying to figure out how to get here to here. And so for people, that could be different things, you know, because this is a really sneaky card. So maybe they're dealing with something sneaky for some reason or another. Let's see what you have in common here with the centered disposition. Well, Knight of Wands, this one wants to get something done. This is a very fiery energy. This is the Passion Knight. This is the one that might be a quick thing. Could also be somebody with fire in their chart, younger, at least in appearance. It might be, I heard Cancer, but that's not fire. I don't know why I heard Cancer, but Aries, Leo, Sagittarius would show up somewhere strong in their chart, usually as a fire. It is upright, so, you know, it's somebody that's making a move. I kind of see some energy coming from this side to move this way, but I'm hearing a lot of red flags. It's like one person is like being blocked access. It's like this hand is saying, no, you don't get to. You don't get to come here. And it's like, you know, they already cut it off, and this hand's like, no, get out of the way. And on this other way, I see somebody just wanting to do something and working it out, but it's like an emotional topsy-turvy and maybe feeling upside down for different reasons. I'm hearing it's like you're on top of the world, you know, and it's like I'm over here. And I hear that there's been a lot of cuts that needed to happen with this, whoever this devil character is. And this is sometimes just exposing who gets to be there and who does not. And so I'm going to just get two more cards here with the Romance Angels, and then we'll get a clarifier on these on this Knight in the middle and see if we can get some advice. But first one for her and then one for him. Okay, Sarah, on her side, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And I'm hearing, yeah, that was pretty obvious from the start. I'm hearing somebody might be really aware of that. I'm hearing they might have found somebody that other people just didn't expect, is what I'm hearing too. It's like, I didn't know this could happen, you know? And for somebody else, I'm hearing it's like, I knew I had different kinds of soulmates, and realizing what roles they played, because some can be really karmic. And that's not necessarily a great thing. You know, it doesn't always feel good. It's like what you learned in a difficult way and why. On his side, flirt. Well, somebody wants to extend your lighthearted energy to others. I'm hearing for somebody, that's just telling you what's been going on. Somebody has been extending their lighthearted energy lots of places. I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like, I want to flirt with you, and either being turned away or like kind of not knowing how, because it's like something isn't upright here. There's a block, and I'm hearing it might be time, money, but it could also be distance. Like they're showing me water and like hands coming up over water. It's like things that have to travel a long way. Somebody that's upside down in a city somewhere else. So, it can mean a lot of different things depending on who you are. Definitely going to encourage you. Hit me up for a private if you want one with just your energy on it. artoflove.me. If you go to book.artoflove.me, you can schedule one and get on the phone together. All right, let's see what we got here. Prison. Oof. Somebody feels like they're trapped. And that's a very powerless looking card. Okay. That's 9 months for somebody. I heard 9 months for somebody. That could be, I was hearing about somebody finding out about a pregnancy thing. So, that could maybe be a certain prison. There's an incubation going on and a baby's in there. So somebody's on lockdown. There's a third-party situation being exposed in some cases here. But for somebody else, it's just like, hey, I'm really glad to hear that, this was a lockdown situation. It's going away, and I have something that's bringing happiness into my heart. And so I'm hearing for somebody it could be a mixed bag here. That they're like finding out like something really shitty about what somebody did and just feeling like, hi, now you're in exile, but knowing at the same time that there was a silver lining there because something good came out of it. And Fortuna showing up again. Yeah, she showed up for one of the other readings yesterday, and this is a good demonstration of goodwill. This is love. This is charity. This is money. This is the turning of things. And I keep seeing like that wheel like I was seeing before, and it's like maybe somebody's playing games or something too. They might be into gaming. But, here I'm really seeing a good turn of fortune, and it happening because in some cases there needed to be a third party there to prove what was going on and how somebody's world didn't have to be a prison. It could actually be a lot better by having another witness. So hopefully that's helpful. And hey, if it wasn't, check your moon and your rising too. And I will catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.
What do you need to know right now? Have you ever tried talking to an intuitive or a psychic to ask these questions? Were you left hanging, or how did it go for you? There might be a reason why some of your questions were not answered, and I have a special secret to share with you. It's something that your astrologers probably can't even talk to you about because they simply do not know. So who am I? Well, my name is Jacob, and I'm a guy that actually came back from the dead. I was resuscitated. I had a medical miracle after malpractice, and I learned some things when I crossed over the nano bridge about the 0 point frequency and the stargate that nobody's talking to you about. The cosmic vortex that mathematically can prove who you are down to numbers and digits and letters, just like cryptocurrency, IP addresses, and the SIM card in your phone, and can explain the simulation that you might have jumped into in your body. If your astrologer's not talking to you about it that way, they probably just can't. The good news is you don't have to be caught on a treadmill, because what I've learned is a specific way to calculate where you are in the fractal of the cosmos. What it allows us to do is literally see who different people are in your path. And it's literally like playing chess. We can figure out who plays what archetype here, there, and remove anything that is clouding your view of what is here in your life, and hopefully empowering you to make better decisions. So if you're tired of feeling like you only ever get this much information and it only gets you that much braver until you hit a wall again. This is why. So what I'd like to do today is invite you to click on that link that says, yes, I want to know. It's going to take you to a page where you can fill out some details so I know how to talk to you. And go ahead and submit that. You will have joined artoflove.me. I would love to be in touch with you. Looking forward to it. Take care. We'll catch you again soon.